Chosen one, hear me now. This is no ordinary message. This is a divine summons, a call to awaken the deep power within you. You are not here by accident. You are here because the Creator Himself has guided your steps to this very moment. You are being drawn into a revelation that will shift everything. Your understanding, your purpose, your destiny. Look back now and let the hidden truths of your past flood your heart. Have you ever felt like pieces of your story were missing? Like there were patterns in your life too precise, too intentional to be mere coincidence? Deep within, you've always known something that set you apart. You felt it, the knowing that you were chosen even when others couldn't see it. You've been walking a path that many didn't understand, but it was never meant for the masses to comprehend. Why was it hidden? Why did they try to suppress your light? Because the moment you understand who you truly are, nothing on this earth can stand in your way. Your light is powerful, so much so that those who feared your greatness did everything they could to obscure your vision. They clouded your memories, filled your heart with doubt, but hear me, chosen one. Nothing can ever erase the divine calling on your life. And now is the time to claim it. I invite you to take a powerful step. If this message resonates with you, comment 999 below as a declaration that you are ready to rise into your true calling, to step fully into your purpose. And to those who have supported this divine mission, thank you. Your generosity is spreading this truth to all those who need it most. May God pour out blessings upon your giving heart. Now, brace yourself, chosen one. As you listen, your past will begin to unfold before your eyes like a divine blueprint. The struggles, the betrayals, even the moments of rejection, everything will make sense, but heed this warning. Not everyone will be able to carry this truth. Only those who are truly chosen, those whose spirits are aligned with God's purpose, will understand. If you're still here, it means you're ready. Ready to uncover what was hidden from you, to see yourself through the eyes of divine clarity. It's time to bring the unseen into the light. From the moment you were born, God placed markers along your path, signs that would whisper to your soul, drawing you closer to your purpose. These weren't random events. No, they were divine orchestrations guiding you even when you didn't know it. Perhaps as a child you felt a sense of peace that others couldn't explain, or a pull towards something greater than yourself. A knowing that you were part of a larger story, a sacred mission. These were not coincidences, chosen one. These were divine signs, confirming that you have always been set apart. Ephesians 1:4 says, "For He chose us in Christ before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and blameless before Him." Before the earth even existed, God saw you. He set you apart for a purpose so grand, so divine, that the world itself could not fully understand it. Do you recall the memories that stand out from your youth? Those moments where you felt different? Where the world around you seemed unaware of the deeper truths you saw? Pay attention, chosen one. These are the very signs that confirm you are one of God's chosen. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to follow the crowd. No, you were meant to stand out, to lead, to shine. Just like Samuel in the Bible, you may have felt a call from a young age, a whisper, a pull, an unshakable knowing that there was something more. Samuel in his youth did not recognize God's voice at first. But once he understood, once he responded, his purpose was revealed. And like Samuel, God has been calling you since childhood, but the world has failed to see it. Have you ever felt too mature for your age? Too insightful? Too deep for those around you? This isn't a burden, chosen one. It's a sign of divine preparation. Jeremiah 1:5 speaks to this truth. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." God's hand has been on you since before your birth. You were never meant to fit into the mold of the world. You were meant to stand apart, to lead, to transform. You are a chosen vessel, and history is full of examples of those who were misunderstood, rejected, or even ignored before they were recognized for their greatness. Consider Albert Einstein, whose genius was dismissed by many in his early years. But look at him now. His name is synonymous with brilliance, and so it will be with you, chosen one. Your time to shine is drawing near, and when it does, nothing will stop you. This is your moment. Step into it with faith. Your destiny is calling. Chosen one, hear me now. What if your struggle is not a sign of weakness, but a divine design to awaken the depths of your power? What if the very things that have set you apart, the struggles you've faced, are the unique keys that will unlock your future greatness? Just like the great minds of history, you too have been given a vision that the world has yet to fully understand. But remember, the world does not define your value. God does. Think of the man who revolutionized physics, once dismissed as slow by his teachers. His mind worked differently, and yet it was through his difference that he found his greatness. He saw possibilities when others saw limitations. He embraced the uniqueness of his perspective and changed the world. Could it be that you too have been given a vision that the world has not yet recognized? Could your difference, your special way of seeing the world, not be a limitation but the very gift that will transform lives? You are being called, chosen one, to step into your destiny. You have always carried an inner urge, a divine compulsion to help others, to bring light where there is darkness. Have you ever been the one to offer a comforting word when someone was hurting? The one who gave without expecting anything in return? Perhaps you were the friend people turned to in times of need, even when you rarely received the same care in return. This is not a coincidence. This is the mark of someone chosen by God to carry his heart. Someone set apart to reflect his love in a world that desperately needs it. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Your giving heart, your acts of kindness are not in vain. God sees you. He sees the love you pour out, the sacrifices you make, even when it feels like no one else does. You are being prepared for something greater. That loneliness you feel, that deep longing for something more, is not a sign that you are lost, but a sign that God is calling you into your greater purpose. Your heart is being refined. Your soul is being awakened, and your time is coming. Ask yourself, have you ever felt that the world is hiding something from you? Have you ever felt that there is more to your life than what others see? That there is a destiny for you that transcends the ordinary? If you have, then know this. Now is the time to uncover the truth of who you are. The truth that has been hidden from you. The truth that has been waiting for you to awaken to. Since your childhood, you may have sensed that the world around you was different. While others lived with carefree innocence, you carried a deeper awareness. Your senses were sharper, your intuition deeper. You could feel the emotions of those around you, understand the unsaid, and see the weight behind the unspoken words. Even as a child, you entered a room and felt the energy shift. You saw what others did not. This is not a coincidence. This is divine sensitivity. God has given you this gift of seeing beyond the surface, of perceiving things that others cannot. The world has its way of overlooking such gifts, but understand this. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a divine imprint on your soul, a sign that you have been set apart for something greater. John 15:16 says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. And you were chosen, appointed for a purpose that is meant to bear lasting fruit." You may feel misunderstood, even isolated at times, as those before you have. History is full of chosen ones who walked a lonely path before their greatness was revealed. Think of Moses, raised in privilege yet never truly belonging. His true calling was revealed in the wilderness through a burning bush that called him into his divine purpose. He was set apart, and so are you. You are not meant to blend in, chosen one. You are meant to stand apart. Your sensitivity, your awareness, your calling, they are gifts. The world may not understand them now, but in time they will see the brilliance God has placed within you. Just as Nikola Tesla's genius was once seen as eccentricity, but later recognized as revolutionary, so too will the world one day recognize the divine gift that is you. This is your time to rise. Step into the fullness of who you are, chosen one. You are not alone. You have been prepared. You are ready. Chosen one, have you ever felt the weight of living between two worlds? The world you were born into and the world you sense you are called to step into? This unique awareness, this divine tension is not by chance. It comes with a responsibility, an awareness of the burdens that others carry, an innate pull to heal, protect, and give, even when it feels like your own cup remains empty. But what happens when you give so much and rarely receive in return? It is a mark of the chosen ones, a sign that you are not of this world, but set apart for a greater purpose. Princess Diana, a woman who felt the weight of the world's suffering, exemplifies this divine calling. Despite her position of privilege, she often felt like an outsider. Her empathy led her to champion causes others ignored, to embrace those others rejected, and to love where others feared. Her sensitivity made her beloved, but it also made her feel like she never truly belonged. If you have always felt this deep, unshakable urge to help others, even when it cost you emotionally, it is a sign that God has placed a special mission upon your life. John 15:16 tells us, You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, that whatever you ask the Father in my name, He may give it to you. When you align with God's purpose, He equips you. The calling on your life is not a coincidence. It has always been part of God's divine plan. Since childhood, you have sensed it. The way you perceive things beyond the surface, the knowledge that you were meant for something greater. This is not random, it is divine. You have been chosen. The road before you may have been filled with challenges, but remember this. Those challenges are not meant to break you. They are proof that you are being shaped for something extraordinary, something beyond your wildest dreams. If you've ever wondered why you see the world the way you do, or why your heart beats with a longing for something beyond the ordinary, the answer is simple. You were chosen by the divine hand of God. Your sensitivity, your empathy, your ability to see what others cannot, it is all part of your divine calling. And soon, very soon, you will understand it fully. Trust that everything you've endured, every moment of heartache, every time you felt misunderstood has been leading you to this very moment. Empathy is not just an emotional sensitivity. It is a divine gift, a sacred responsibility. It allows you not only to feel the pain of others, but to understand their deepest spiritual needs. This is a rare gift, chosen one, and it has been placed within you by God Himself. From an early age, you may have felt different in this way. While others moved through life unaware of the struggles around them, you have always noticed. You have always cared. Think back to your childhood. Did you instinctively gravitate toward those who were left out, the ones who needed comfort, the ones whose pain was hidden behind a smile? While others were preoccupied with their own lives, you noticed, you felt, and you acted. This is not mere kindness, chosen one. This is spiritual discernment. This is God's love working through you. Your ability to empathize is not a weakness, it is a strength. The chosen ones are called to serve, to heal, to be a light in the darkness. Your sensitivity is not a burden, it is your divine preparation for the mission God has placed before you. When someone is hurting, you feel their pain. When they are joyful, their happiness becomes your own. This gift, this deep empathy is not something that can be learned. It is a divine trait that God has placed within you. Galatians chapter 2 reminds us, Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. This is your calling, chosen one, to carry the burdens of others, to walk alongside them in their pain, and to offer them love and support. This is the path of Christ, and it is the path you are walking. Embrace it. Walk boldly in your divine purpose, your sensitivity, your ability to feel deeply. It is the very strength that will allow you to change lives. This is who you are meant to be. This is your sacred mission. Chosen one, if you have always felt the weight of others' emotions, it is not a burden. It is a divine mission, a sacred responsibility placed upon your heart. You have been chosen to bear the weight of others, to bring healing and hope to those who need it most. Your empathy, your deep sensitivity is not by chance. It is part of God's plan for you. Look to the great individuals who have changed the world. They too were deeply empathetic, carrying the pain of others as their own. Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of India's nonviolent resistance movement, once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Gandhi's empathy for those suffering under oppression led him to dedicate his life to justice. He could have lived a comfortable life, turning a blind eye to the struggles of the poor, but his heart would not allow it. He chose to bear their burdens as his own. What if your deep sensitivity, your ability to feel the pain of others, is a similar calling? What if you too are meant to be a beacon of hope to a broken world, just as Gandhi was? Just as Jesus was? In the Bible, the greatest leaders were those who led with hearts full of compassion. Jesus Christ himself was moved by the suffering of others. He healed the sick, fed the hungry, and restored the broken. His entire ministry was an outpouring of divine empathy, a love so great that he gave his life so that others could be saved. Matthew 9:36 says, "When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd." If Jesus, the Son of God, led with compassion, then your deep empathy is a reflection of his Spirit working within you. At times, this gift may feel overwhelming. You may find yourself carrying the pain of others, not knowing how to release it. But remember, God did not give you this sensitivity to weigh you down. He gave it to you so that you could be a vessel of his love. Your presence alone can heal. Your kind words can lift a soul that feels lost. Never underestimate the power of your compassion, chosen one. God's plan is unfolding, and you are an essential part of it. The world needs more people like you, those who see beyond the surface, who care without being asked, who love without condition. Your ability to sense, to feel, and to love deeply is not by accident. It is a divine appointment. You are a vessel of God's love, meant to pour it out into a hurting world. If you have ever wondered why your heart carries the emotions of others, the answer is clear. You were chosen, set apart to reflect God's love in a way that few can. How will you use this gift? How will you allow your empathy to fulfill the purpose God has designed for you? There is more. Chosen one, the veil between the physical and spiritual world is often thinner for you than for others. God speaks to his chosen ones in many ways, but one of the most powerful ways he communicates is through dreams. Dreams carry profound meaning, direction, and revelation. If you've ever woken up feeling as though you've experienced something more than just a dream, listen closely. These are not mere coincidences. These are divine messages. Have you ever had a dream that lingered with you long after you woke up? A dream that urged you to seek its meaning? If so, it may not have been a random occurrence. It may have been God speaking directly to you. There are times when a chosen one receives a dream so powerful it refuses to be forgotten. A dream so vivid that it follows you, urging you to understand its meaning, to piece together the hidden truths God is revealing to you. These dreams are not mere fantasies, they are seeds planted within your soul, divine revelations preparing you for the greater purpose ahead. Some dreams may serve as warnings about future events. Others may bring comfort and assurance, reminding you that you are never walking alone. The Bible is full of examples of God using dreams to reveal his plans to his chosen ones. Joseph, Daniel, and many others received prophetic dreams that guided them in their divine missions. Could it be that God has been speaking to you through dreams all along, guiding you toward your purpose? Trust that he is preparing you, chosen one. These visions, these dreams are part of your divine preparation. Your journey is unfolding, and you are being equipped for something extraordinary. Embrace this gift. Seek the truth in the dreams you have. God is speaking, and his voice is leading you closer to the destiny he has set before you. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of a divine revelation. Matthew chapter 1, 20-21 tells us of a moment when God reached out through a dream, speaking directly to Joseph, a man chosen for a sacred purpose. "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife," the angel said, "for what is in her is of the Holy Spirit." But in that moment, Joseph was faced with a dilemma. Should he stay with Mary despite the miracle she carried, or should he walk away from the unknown? But through the clarity of a divine dream, Joseph received courage and direction. He embraced his divine calling and stepped into the role that God had set before him. This is no ordinary story. It is a testament to the power of dreams, a divine tool that God uses to guide, warn, and reassure his chosen ones. If you have ever had dreams so vivid, so real that they couldn't be dismissed, understand this. God may be speaking to you through those dreams. There is a message, a direction, and a divine purpose unfolding through the visions he gives you. Throughout history, many have experienced dreams that have shaped their destiny. Harriet Tubman, a woman who led hundreds to freedom, claimed to have received visions and dreams that guided her journey. She believed that God showed her safe paths and warned her of dangers. Her faith in these divine messages gave her the courage to trust God's guidance, even when it seemed impossible. Could it be that your dreams are pointing you toward your divine mission, just as they did for her? In Genesis 37, we see another powerful example of God using dreams to reveal destiny. Joseph, the son of Jacob, was given prophetic dreams as a young man, dreams of his brothers bowing before him. Though mocked and sold into slavery, those very dreams came to pass when Joseph rose to power in Egypt and saved his family and an entire nation from famine. Joseph's dreams were a glimpse of his purpose. If he had dismissed them, he would have missed the calling on his life. You too, chosen one, may have dreams that defy explanation, visions that seem to come from a place beyond the ordinary. If you have ever felt that a dream carried a deeper meaning, don't ignore it. Trust in God's timing, even if the meaning is not immediately clear. Know that each vision, every whisper of divine insight, is a piece of a greater plan unfolding for your life. There are moments in your journey when you may have sensed an unseen force shielding you, guiding you, and protecting you. Perhaps you have faced challenges that should have overwhelmed you, yet somehow you emerged unscathed. You might have found yourself in situations where escape seemed impossible, only for a way to open up, a path to appear, leading you to safety. These are not coincidences. They are signs of divine protection. Have you ever wondered why, when all seemed lost, a solution appeared at the last moment? When others struggled to recover from hardship, you found strength you didn't know you had. These moments are not random. They are proof that God is watching over you. He is ensuring that you fulfill the purpose he has set before you. Psalm 34:7 reminds us, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them." This is not a vague promise. It is a divine truth. God does not simply observe from afar. He actively sends his angels to protect you, to shield you, and to ensure that no weapon formed against you will prosper. If you've ever wondered why you were spared from harm when others were not, It is because God's hand is upon you. You are being divinely protected, chosen to fulfill a purpose beyond anything you could imagine. Trust in this protection. Trust in the divine guidance you receive through dreams, through whispers in the night, and through moments of divine intervention. You are not alone. God is with you every step of the way. Chosen one, do you ever wonder if your life is being preserved for a greater purpose? History is full of individuals who experienced inexplicable protection and went on to fulfill extraordinary missions. Martin Luther King Jr. faced a near-death experience years before delivering his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. In 1958, a woman attacked him, stabbing him in the chest with a letter opener. The doctors later said that if he had even sneezed, the blade would have punctured his aorta, ending his life. Yet he survived, miraculously. He went on to lead a movement that changed the course of history. Could it be that, like him, your life is being preserved because your mission is not yet complete? The Bible is filled with stories of divine protection. Daniel was thrown into a pit of hungry lions, yet God sent his angels to shut the lions' mouths, and he walked out unscathed. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were cast into a fiery furnace, but they emerged untouched because God was with them. The Apostle Paul faced shipwrecks, beatings, and countless dangers, but continued his mission because God had appointed him to spread the gospel. If God could protect them, why wouldn't he do the same for you? Many chosen ones experience divine interventions without even realizing it. Have you ever felt an inexplicable urge to take a different route, only to later learn that an accident had occurred on the path you would have taken? Or perhaps you were delayed in a way that frustrated you, only to later realize that delay spared you from danger. These moments are not random. They are God's way of protecting you, positioning you exactly where you need to be. Trust that God is orchestrating every part of your journey. The enemy may try to place obstacles in your path, but God's protection ensures that no attack will succeed unless he allows it for a greater purpose. Your survival, chosen one, is not accidental. Your journey is divinely guided. Embrace this truth and walk forward with confidence, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you are never alone. Your life is not a series of random events. It is a carefully woven narrative, designed by God with intention and purpose. Every moment, every challenge, and every blessing is part of a divine masterpiece. Perhaps from a young age you sensed God's presence near you, as though an unseen yet deeply familiar presence walked with you. This was not your imagination. It was the unmistakable touch of God's love upon your life. Have you ever felt an overwhelming peace during a storm, as if something greater was holding you steady? Or prayed without knowing exactly what to say, yet felt comforted by a presence beyond words? Many of God's chosen ones experience this, an intimate closeness to the divine that defies human explanation. Even in the most difficult moments when others might crumble, you felt an inner strength that kept you standing. Could it be that this is God's way of assuring you that he is guiding your steps, ensuring that you never walk alone? Jeremiah 29:12-13 promises, "You will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." This is not just a promise. It is a divine guarantee for those who earnestly seek God. If you have ever felt a deep pull to pray, even without knowing why, or if you've sensed an answer in the stillness of your heart, it is a sign that God is connecting with you. Throughout history, those called to greatness often speak of this divine connection. Joan of Arc, the young peasant girl who led France to victory, heard the voice of God from a young age. She believed she was chosen for a sacred mission, and despite facing immense opposition, she followed God's calling with unwavering faith. Could it be that the same deep knowing that stirred within her has been stirring within you? Just as Samuel, the prophet, heard God's call as a child, 1 Samuel 3, 4-10. Perhaps God has been whispering to your heart, waiting for you to recognize His voice. The unexpected moments of peace, the sudden urges to pray, the deep feeling that you are never truly alone. These are God's way of preparing you, chosen one. He is calling you, just as He called Samuel, to step into the divine purpose He has prepared for you. Will you respond, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening"? Your journey is just beginning, and God is with you every step of the way. Chosen one, these are not accidents. These moments of feeling different, of sensing a deeper connection, are signs of a divine relationship that God has uniquely crafted with you. Many of the chosen ones feel this pull from an early age, an undeniable yearning for something beyond the ordinary. But not everyone embraces it. Some dismiss it, believing it's just their imagination. Others resist, afraid of what it might mean. But for those who lean into this calling, for those who nurture their relationship with God, it becomes the greatest source of strength, wisdom, and guidance. This connection with God is not just a gift, it is the foundation upon which your entire purpose is built. Mahatma Gandhi, though known for his political activism, once said, "Prayer is not asking, it is a longing of the soul." Gandhi believed that true prayer connects a person to a divine presence far greater than themselves. What if this longing you have felt all your life, this pull to seek something beyond what this world offers, is proof that you were never meant to walk an ordinary path? Embrace this connection. Let it grow, for in it lies the strength you need to fully step into your divine purpose. Think back, chosen one, to the moments when you felt like you didn't quite belong. Perhaps even as a child you sensed that you were different, that your thoughts ran deeper, that your questions were weightier. The way you perceived the world set you apart from those around you. Maybe you struggled to connect with your peers, even with your own family, because your understanding of life was different from theirs. This feeling of being an outsider can be painful, even isolating. But what if it was never meant to be a burden? What if it was part of God's preparation for something far greater? Being set apart has never been easy, but it has always been necessary. Consider Joseph, the son of Jacob. He too was an outsider in his own family. His brothers resented him for his dreams and the favor he received from his father. He was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and later imprisoned. Yet every hardship was a step toward his divine purpose. Joseph's journey took him from being the rejected brother to the ruler of Egypt, where he saved countless lives during a famine. Could it be that, just like Joseph, the rejection and loneliness you have experienced are part of God's way of preparing you for something far greater? Feeling like an outsider allows you to see the world from a different perspective. While others get caught up in surface-level distractions, you have always been drawn to deeper truths. Have you ever found yourself questioning things that others simply accept? Have you ever felt that there's something greater, something more profound, that you were meant to understand? These are not coincidences, chosen one. This is how God sharpens the minds of those He has called. The discomfort of standing apart is not meant to break you, but to strengthen you. It teaches you to rely on divine wisdom rather than the approval of people. The Bible reassures us in James chapter 1, 2, chapter 4. My brothers and sisters, when you face trials, rejoice in them with great joy, for you know that the testing of your faith develops endurance. Let your endurance grow to full maturity so that you may be complete and perfect, lacking nothing. This passage reveals that the struggles you faced were never meant to harm you. They were designed to refine you, to shape you, and to equip you for what is to come. Every moment of rejection, every time you felt unseen, was part of God's greater process of molding you into someone strong, resilient, and prepared for your divine purpose. Many who have changed the course of history experienced this deep sense of not fitting in. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors in history, was often misunderstood and isolated because his mind worked in ways others could not comprehend. As a child, he saw visions and had ideas that seemed impossible at the time, yet his innovations would later revolutionize the modern world. His isolation, his differences, became the very things that fueled his genius. Just like Tesla, you, chosen one, are being prepared. The very struggles that have made you feel like an outsider are the refining fires that will allow you to step into your true purpose. Your thoughts, your questions, and your unique way of seeing the world, they are not weaknesses, they are your divine calling. Embrace them. Trust that you are being shaped for something extraordinary. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand apart, to lead, to create, and to change the world. Chosen one, what if the very things that have made you feel different were not mistakes or burdens, but divine gifts, gifts designed to set you apart for something extraordinary? Even Jesus himself, the Son of God, was rejected by his own people. John 1:11 tells us, "He came to his own, and his own did not receive him." Jesus understood loneliness. He knew what it was to be misunderstood, and yet he fulfilled the greatest mission the world has ever known. If the Son of God walked this path, can you see how your own struggles, your own moments of feeling different, might be shaping you for something divine? The trials you have faced were not meant to break you. They have strengthened you. They have also given you a deep sense of empathy. You have felt emotions that others ignored. You have been overlooked, undervalued, and perhaps even ridiculed. Yet through it all, you have become stronger. When the world dismissed you, God was refining you. When others did not recognize your worth, He was preparing you for something they could not yet see. Understand this truth, chosen one. Your struggles have not been in vain. They have been the fire that has forged you into something greater than you ever imagined. You are not meant to fit in because you were created to stand apart. Trust in the journey. Embrace the lessons, for in them lies the preparation for what is to come. Know that God has been shaping you, preparing you for the moment when everything will come together. The time is coming when you will no longer wonder why you had to go through so much, because you will see with absolute clarity that every step, every challenge was leading you toward your divine destiny. From an early age, you may have felt a pull toward deeper, more meaningful stories, ones that spoke of faith, courage, and sacrifice. While other children were enchanted by fairy tales of princes and castles, your heart was drawn to narratives of real struggle, endurance, and divine purpose. You may not have understood it at the time, but this wasn't just a passing interest. It was a sign of something greater. Could it be that God was already shaping your spirit, calling you to something beyond the ordinary? Your fascination with the lives of those who stood firm in faith, whether biblical figures, spiritual leaders, or historical icons, was never a coincidence. While others were entertained by imaginary adventures, you were captivated by the strength of those who faced great hardship for the sake of something bigger than themselves. Perhaps you were drawn to the story of Daniel in the lion's den, Daniel 6:16-22, marveling at how his faith remained unshaken even in the face of death. Or to Moses, who wrestled with his calling yet still led a nation to freedom. Or Esther, who risked everything to save her people. These weren't just stories to you, they stirred something within you. An awakening, a desire to live for a purpose greater than your own. The Bible tells us in Romans 15:4, "For whatever was written in former days was written for our instruction, that through endurance and the encouragement of the Scriptures we might have hope." The stories that moved you were not merely for inspiration, they were preserved to shape and equip you for your journey. The same faith, courage, and resilience that captivated you in these stories are the very qualities God was planting within you. Could it be that He was using these narratives to prepare you for a mission you have yet to discover? Many great individuals who changed the course of history experienced this same calling from a young age. Martin Luther, the German theologian who sparked the Reformation, was originally studying to become a lawyer. But when caught in a violent storm, he cried out to God, promising to devote his life to him if he survived. He kept that promise, leading one of the most significant movements in religious history. His transformation began with an inner pull, an undeniable conviction that he was meant for more. If you have ever felt drawn to stories of faith and sacrifice, it may be because God is calling you to walk a similar path. As a child, you may have asked difficult questions, questions that others weren't ready to answer. Why does suffering exist? What is my true purpose? What does God want from me? While many around you were content with simple explanations, you sought deeper truths. This set you apart. Others may have found your curiosity unusual, perhaps even intimidating, but to you, it was simply the desire to know the divine purpose that was stirring within your soul. Know this, chosen one. Your longing for deeper understanding, your search for truth is not an accident. It is the call of God, drawing you closer to your divine mission. You were never meant to walk an ordinary path. Your path is one of extraordinary purpose, and God has been preparing you for it since the beginning. Embrace this calling, for it will lead you to the life you were always meant to live. Chosen one, the questions that stirred within you were not random. They were placed in your heart by God Himself. Even at just 12 years old, Jesus was found in the temple discussing deep spiritual matters with religious scholars. Luke chapter 46-47 tells us, his understanding amazed those who heard him. For Jesus, this understanding was simply a part of who he was. Could it be that, like Jesus in his youth, your desire for knowledge and truth is a reflection of God's wisdom being cultivated within you? Looking back, you may now realize that God has been working within you all along. The stories that moved you, the questions that set you apart, were all signs of a divine purpose waiting to be revealed. What if every moment of curiosity, every stirring in your heart, has been God's way of showing you who you truly are? Your journey is only beginning, but one thing is certain. You were never meant to walk an ordinary path. You have always carried a sense of curiosity that set you apart from others. While most children were content with simple answers, your mind and spirit longed for something deeper. You pondered the mysteries of life. How was the world created? Who is God? Why do we exist? These were not fleeting thoughts. They were persistent questions that stirred within you, as if your soul was searching for something beyond what was visible. This curiosity was not ordinary childhood wondering. It was a sign of divine connection. God placed this hunger for truth within you, leading you to seek answers that others overlooked. Could it be that this deep yearning is proof that you were always meant to walk a path of spiritual discovery? Proverbs 25:2 tells us, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search it out." Your desire to seek understanding was never random. It was a call to uncover the truths that God has hidden for those who earnestly seek Him. Many who have transformed the world began with this same sense of deep curiosity. Sir Isaac Newton, one of the greatest scientific minds in history, was fascinated by the laws of the universe. He studied physics and mathematics, but what many don't realize is that he was also deeply religious. He spent years studying the Bible, believing that the secrets of creation were intertwined with divine wisdom. His relentless curiosity led to discoveries that changed the way we understand the world. Could it be that the same deep longing you have felt since childhood is a sign that you too were meant to uncover something extraordinary? Even in Scripture, we see that those whom God chooses often experience a restless search for meaning. King Solomon, known for his wisdom, asked God for understanding rather than riches or power. 1 Kings chapters 3, 9-12. Because of his desire to seek truth, God granted him wisdom beyond any man before or after him. Have you ever wondered why your heart has always sought deeper meaning, while others were satisfied with surface-level answers? Could it be that, like Solomon, God has placed a gift of wisdom within you, waiting to be cultivated? This spiritual curiosity is not a random trait. It is a sign of God calling you towards something greater. It is why you have always asked questions that others found difficult to answer, and why you felt drawn to mysteries beyond the physical world. Your soul was never meant to remain in the ordinary. It was designed to seek the extraordinary. This relentless search for truth has shaped you in ways you may not even realize. While others were content with what they were taught, you always needed to go deeper, to understand the why behind everything. This is because your spirit was created to seek wisdom, and God has been leading you toward divine knowledge all along. Embrace this gift, chosen one. Your journey is one of spiritual discovery, and the deeper you go, the clearer your purpose will become. Trust that God has been guiding you, and that every question, every longing is a step closer to the divine wisdom He has set before you. You are not just seeking answers, you are uncovering the divine truths that will shape your life and the lives of those around you. Chosen one, the more you searched, the more you uncovered truths that others failed to see. Have you ever noticed how certain revelations seem to come to you at just the right time, as if God was gently guiding your understanding? Layer by layer, your journey of seeking is not in vain. Ecclesiastes 3:11 tells us, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." This means that your longing to understand the mysteries of life is not random. It is God's fingerprint on your soul, calling you to discover Him in ways most people never will. While others may dismiss their deeper questions, you have always felt that there is something more, something beyond what the eye can see. Could it be that this unshakable curiosity is part of the divine purpose God has placed on your life? History has shown that some of the most influential figures carried this same restless desire to uncover hidden truths. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest minds of the Renaissance, spent his life exploring the mysteries of science, art, and human nature. He was fascinated by creation itself, studying the intricate details of anatomy, nature, and the stars, always seeking a deeper understanding of how the world was designed. His insatiable curiosity led him to discoveries centuries ahead of his time. What if your own curiosity is a divine gift, meant to lead you toward a greater revelation about God's creation and your role within it? Even in the Bible, we see that those called by God often experience this deep hunger for knowledge. Daniel the prophet sought understanding through visions and dreams, interpreting mysteries that others could not comprehend. Daniel 2:19-23. His ability to decipher what was hidden was not merely intellectual, it was spiritual insight given by God. Have you ever received wisdom or knowledge that felt beyond your own understanding? If so, it is likely that God has been revealing things to you just as He did with Daniel. But with great wisdom comes great responsibility. The more you seek, the more you will be shown, and not all will understand what has been revealed to you. Some may dismiss your questions as unnecessary or even ridicule you for thinking differently. Yet, chosen ones are not meant to conform to the ways of the world. They are meant to stand apart and walk in divine wisdom. You were never meant to settle for superficial knowledge. You were created to search, to question, and to uncover the mysteries of the kingdom of God. What you have felt since childhood, the deep yearning to know more, has always been leading you here, to a greater understanding of who you are and the divine purpose you were meant to fulfill. The real question now is, are you ready to embrace this calling and step fully into the wisdom God has prepared for you? Embracing this calling means understanding that your hunger for knowledge is not just intellectual. It is spiritual. The very questions that have set you apart from others are the keys to unlocking the purpose God has placed within you. While the world often seeks temporary answers, you have always been drawn towards something eternal, something that resonates beyond human understanding. Have you ever noticed how certain truths stir something deep inside you, as if they were meant for you to discover? That feeling is not an accident. It is God's way of confirming that your search is leading you closer to Him. This journey is not always easy. There will be times when your curiosity will make you feel misunderstood. Those around you may question why you think so deeply, why you refuse to accept surface-level explanations, or why your heart is drawn to things others ignore. But this is what sets you apart. Jesus himself was questioned, ridiculed, and even rejected for revealing truths that the world was not ready to accept. John 1:5 tells us, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." You, too, are a light, one that is meant to shine in a world that often chooses to remain blind. Many of the greatest minds and spiritual leaders have walked this same path. Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher and theologian, spent his life questioning the nature of faith, truth, and human existence. He was often criticized for thinking too deeply, yet his insights later became some of the most profound teachings on faith and purpose. He once said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." Could it be that the questions that have shaped your journey will one day reveal answers that others will come to seek? In the Bible, we see that those who truly sought God were given hidden wisdom that others could not perceive. The deeper you seek, the more divine truths will be revealed to you, and your understanding will not only illuminate your own path, but also light the way for others. Trust in this journey. Your hunger for wisdom is not a mere desire for knowledge, but a divine calling, a path leading to something greater. God is guiding you, and every question, every yearning is part of a bigger picture. You were created to uncover the mysteries of His kingdom, and in doing so, fulfill the purpose He has uniquely set before you. Chosen one, Proverbs 2:3-5 encourages us. Indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. This verse reminds us that wisdom is not freely given to all. It is reserved for those who actively seek it. You have always been searching, always asking, always longing for something deeper. This is because God has been guiding you to a knowledge that is not meant for everyone, but for those He has chosen. With this understanding comes an even greater responsibility. The insights you receive are not just for yourself. They are meant to be shared. The wisdom God has given you is a light that will guide others out of confusion and darkness. But with this, there will also be resistance, just as Jesus spoke in parables so that only those with ears to hear could truly understand. Matthew 13:10-13. You will find that not everyone is ready to receive the truths you uncover. Some will reject them, some will ridicule them, and some will even try to silence you. But remember, you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to lead. Have you ever felt that the more you seek, the more God reveals to you? Have you noticed that certain truths resonate so deeply within you that they feel familiar, as if they were always meant to be part of your journey? That is because the wisdom you are uncovering has been waiting for you all along. You are not just a seeker. You are a chosen one, and the time is coming when everything you have been searching for will align, revealing the divine path that has been prepared for you since the beginning. Are you ready to step into the fullness of this calling? Stepping into this calling means embracing both the responsibility and the challenges that come with it. The deeper you seek, the more you will uncover, not just about the mysteries of life, but about your own divine identity. Many chosen ones hesitate at this stage, feeling the weight of what they have been shown. Have you ever had a moment when you realized a truth so profound that it left you questioning everything you thought you knew? These moments are not accidents. They are awakenings, signs that God is unlocking doors within your spirit, preparing you for something greater. But here is the challenge. Not everyone will understand you. Many people are comfortable living within the boundaries of what they have been taught. They fear questioning too much, afraid of what they might find. But you, chosen one, were never meant to be like everyone else. God designed you to seek, to uncover, and to illuminate truths that others shy away from. This can sometimes make your path feel lonely, but even in those moments of solitude, you are never truly alone. In Jeremiah 33:3, God promises, "Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." This means that every time you ask, every time you seek, every time you feel that burning desire to understand more, God is responding. You may not always hear an immediate answer, but He is guiding your thoughts, aligning your steps, and leading you toward revelations that will shape your future. Think about Galileo, the great astronomer who dared to challenge the world's understanding of the universe. He faced opposition from both religious and scientific authorities, yet he continued searching for the truth. His discoveries reshaped humanity's understanding of the cosmos, but at a great cost. He was ridiculed, condemned, and placed under house arrest for his beliefs. Yet today we recognize that he was right all along. What if the knowledge stirring within you is like that? A truth that others are not yet ready to accept, but one that will one day change lives? This is the path of the chosen ones. You will be misunderstood, you will be questioned, you will even be resisted. But every great leader, prophet, and visionary has walked this road before you. Moses doubted himself, yet he led an entire nation to freedom. Paul was persecuted before he became one of the greatest messengers of the gospel. Even Jesus was rejected by his own people. But did their struggles stop them? No, because they understood that what was placed inside them was far greater than the opposition they faced. And now, you stand at the same crossroads. You can ignore the calling and try to blend in with the world, or you can embrace the path that has been designed for you since the beginning. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it is the path that will lead you to your divine purpose, and in the end it will be worth it. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you are not alone. God is guiding you every step of the way. Chosen one, this is your moment of choice. If you have felt like an outsider, if you have always carried questions that others refuse to ask, if you have sensed that your life was meant for something more, know this: you are not imagining it. You are waking up to who you truly are. The world may not be ready for the truths you will uncover, but God is preparing you to carry them anyway. Are you ready to step fully into the wisdom and purpose that has been waiting for you all along? Because the journey is only just beginning. You are standing at the threshold of something greater, and it is time to embrace it fully. As we reach the conclusion of today's message, I want you to take a moment to truly reflect on this powerful truth. The world may have tried to conceal your true identity, but God sees you exactly as you are. You are His chosen one, marked by divine purpose. The greatness that has been hidden from you will soon be revealed. What others may have overlooked, misunderstood, or even tried to bury, God is about to bring to the surface for all to see. Your story is far from ordinary. It is a story of purpose, destiny, and the power of God's plan unfolding in your life. The world may have tried to define you by your struggles, but God defines you by your calling. He has always known who you are, and He has been preparing you for this moment. I know that hearing this message may have stirred something deep within you. If it has touched your heart, I encourage you to consider supporting this ministry through a super thanks. Your generous contributions help us continue to spread the message of hope, healing, and divine purpose to more and more people. Whether or not you are able to donate, I want to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for your continued support. Your presence, your time, and your encouragement mean the world to us. We are thankful to have you as part of this journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this message with those who might need to hear it. You never know who might be in need of encouragement today, and your actions can make a huge impact on their lives. I also encourage you to comment below. Your thoughts and experiences are so valuable, and they help create a community of people who are walking in faith, growing together and supporting one another. As you go forward today, may God continue to bless you abundantly. May He reveal more of His incredible plan for your life and guide your steps in His light. You are chosen, your purpose is divine, and your journey is far from over. Stay confident in the truth of who you are, and remember that no matter what has happened in the past, the best is yet to come. God is working behind the scenes, preparing you for greatness. Trust in His timing, believe in His promises, and walk boldly in your true identity. You are deeply loved, and God is for you. Keep moving forward in faith, knowing that you are destined for incredible things. God bless you richly, and may His peace be with you always.